Sébastien Lecornu is a very reasonable person. He's an experienced politician, and perhaps he took the moral high ground. So what happened is that 3 weeks ago, he was appointed Prime Minister. He had to form a new government, but the government that he delivered was pretty much the same than the previous government. And the right felt that it didn't get enough ministers in, the left felt excluded. And although he said that he would work with the parliament to pass budget and listen to different political parties, these different political parties are not willing to work with him. So essentially it's a goodwill PM who is not managing to get people to work with him because people are focusing on the 2027 presidential election as opposed to be ruling the country now.
And Dr Fathi, what is the point of Macron forcing Lecornu to stay on for this extra 48 hours?
Now, one of Macron's previous Prime Minister, Gabriel Attal, has just said that he didn't understand that. So to answer your question, I think Emmanuel Macron doesn't want to lose his Prime Minister. So far, he's been able to appoint Prime Minister of his own choosing. And I think he knows that the next PM may be a PM from either the moderate right of the Republican or the moderate left of the Parti Socialist, and he doesn't want that. So even though the Prime Minister literally went to him to tender his resignation, Emmanuel Macron said, all right, I accept your resignation, but can you still work for a few days or a few hours to see whether you could pull out something? And the reality is, even if he managed to pull in a few days what he hasn't managed to pull in more than 3 weeks, I think it's not his personality, the Prime Minister who just resigned, Sébastien Lecornu, to do this. He's clearly hit a brick wall and he wants to make sure that the country continues to run and pass on the mantle to someone else.
And what's at the root of all this and what are the options from here?
Oh God, I think
Briefly.
This is a question that has everybody thinking in Paris. You've got 3 options really. You appoint a Prime Minister from the moderate right, you try to form a government with them, and then as a centre party, Macron gets blamed for doing a right-wing policy. You appoint a Prime Minister from the moderate left of the Socialist Party, and then you're blamed for doing a left-leaning policy. Or you dissolve the National Assembly and you call for general election like he did last time in June 2024. And it was a catastrophe for his own political party. So if elections were called at the moment, I think, or everybody thinks that the centre, Emmanuel Macron's party, would pretty much disappear because he exploited the French political landscape. There used to be a traditional left and right, and then he started to rule at the centre. And now what we're seeing is the opposite movement where the centre is dislocating and the left is consolidating and the right is consolidating, and certainly the far right is consolidating. So there's no easy option at the moment, and it is expected that French politics will remain, let's say, colourful for the next at least 12 months, possibly 24 months.